welcome to another adventure into comedy. For all you people that were given the warning that didn't show up yesterday, you're all getting the psychic wedgie. For everyone that made it in here, you're getting a double pat on the back. Want to welcome Monty Dean and David Ellis, and the fair warning, we intend to offend, so those with delicate sense of sensibilities, you may not want to continue past this. David, Monty, let's get started.
Oh, absolutely. Where would you like to go first? Monty, you pick.
Starters, don't raise your hand because we'll ignore it. So just look. No point. Look, your hands up. That's nice. I can smell your armpit. Where can we? Well, as we mentioned in yesterday's show, my time is really weird nowadays. It's only been 24 hours and like an age has gone by. The ascension has been outsourced. The Arcturians passed it off to the Pleiadians, and the Pleiadians are like, "What? Apparently they're Jewish. What are we doing? I don't care. I know a guy."
With some cost-cutting efforts, they then outsourced it back to the Draconians.
Oh yeah,
but that's a bad move. That's a bad move right there. Yep. Everybody get in line immediately.
The Indians have all these humans in India that run call centers, and they were fucked.
Oh, I just had an image of the Draconians like, you try and get out, but then they pull you back in.
Actually, I called one of the call centers for website hosting, and they outsourced the call to somebody. I believe it was in the Philippines, and that person spoke perfect English, and I was caught completely off guard. I forgot what I actually was calling. I forgot what I was actually calling for, and I'm like started up a conversation and stuff, and I'm talking to them and said, like, you speak really well. I'm like, and at the end of it, I ended up offering them a job.
And balance has been brought back to the force. So
yeah, it's like, wow, call center, that person that actually understands and speaks fluent English. It's wonderful. All right, so where do you guys want to start?
Well, I like to start. Just the image that apparently when you're meditating and you tap into the higher frequency, it's like, hello, at the moment the Prime Creator is not available. Please hold. The Ascended Masters. So yeah.
And you like those? You like these guys in India that hold it on until their locks grow, and beard is growing like this because you hold it on that long, right?
Or they've got heavy accents and they've no cultural references. Like, no, my name is Steve. I can help you very much now.
Yeah, your name is Steve. Seriously,
yeah.
They need to come in.
Let's have a moment and make the Ascended Masters customer service relations. Hi, you have reached the Union of Ascended Masters call center. Press 1 for.
Which deity are you after? For Hindu. 1 for Christian. 2 for Jewish. 3 for Islam. If you are part of the Hindu religion, we recommend you go online because there's not enough buttons for all the gods that are in our pantheon.
Yes. Or you could redirect to ascended.com and click the button. And then when you go there, you can speak to our AI robot who will tell you, hi, I will be your customer care representative today.
Who will ask you to log into your bank account.
Yeah.
Gift cards.
I'll be your customer representative today. What can I help you with? I want to get off the cycle of birth and death. Go ahead. And the AI says, if I understand you correctly, you want to cycle? No, I want to get out of the cycle of birth and death. I want to get out of the cycle of...
If you are having issues with your being, please press no number. Hang up.
Right. Or they tell you, we will have to escalate your matter. That's what I'm calling for. Escalate. Escalate. I want to go higher.
We are patching you through to the home office at the moon, and your soul will be recycled and be reincarnated. Thank you for calling ascension.com.
Oh God. You imagine that? Right?
No,
And
wait, don't hang up. Don't hang up. No. Oh, I'm born again. Damn it.
Or you call and says, I'm sorry. Due to the high volume of calls, you will have to hold on. Would you like to hold on with music or would you like to hold on without music? I've been waiting here for eternity.
Unfortunately, unfortunately, our offices are open between 5000 BC to 1000 BC. If you're outside that time, please call again in the allotted time.
Oh, yes. Due to COVID-19, call volumes will be higher than normal.
We recommend downloading the app onto your smartphone and going through that.
Call volumes will be higher than normal. But should you wish to hold on, would you press 1 to hold on with this elevator music, or 2 to hold on without elevator music? I'm like, which one should I? And then you press 1, and new age music comes over the line, and you listen to it forever, right?
Yeah, a bit of whale song.
And why do they always put these horrible jazz type stuff on the waiting line? Does that inspire you to hold on?
Copyright. That is actually copyright. If it's public domain, they don't have to pay anybody.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you are pleased with this call, please hang on for the survey.
If you your customer survey. If I get out of the cycle of birth and death, I won't be sending you a survey, right?
Right.
Yeah, just please hang on. Tell us what your experience was like with our customer service. Tell us what your experience was like.
Thank you for calling the Wheel of Karma. I hope you had a wonderful time. If not, just wait till you die again, and we'll go through this again and again
and again
and again and again and again.
So you learn not to call this number.
Exactly.
Or dial 0 for the operator. That's who I want, the grand operator. You dialing 0, you're pressing 0, right? I want the operator. Right? And
it turns out to be a 45-year-old woman from New York chewing gum. Yeah, how can I help you? Yeah, hello.
Hi, operator. I'd like to get out of the cycle of birth and death. I would like to ascend. Have
you filled out a form on the internet there? Yeah, you filled out the right form there. You got to fill out the right form.
No, I just want to get to heaven. I just want to get to heaven. I want my 72 virgins. Oh my God. I was promised 72 virgins. I'm calling to complain. I don't have 72 virgins there. And the 72 virgins are men. They're men.
ugly men. They're ugly men.
Did you get a card for virgins in the mail?
Gift card for virgins. No. What I say is they're men. They're men. I tell you, they're men, and they're hairy men. Very hairy.
Ugly hairy men. They all look like my uncle. What's going on?
Well, did you read the form? The disclaimer on the form. We never said that the 72 virgins would be women. Did we? I read it. Why want 72 men virgins for what? Well, I'm sorry. That is the wheel of karma. Thank you.
and also, why aren't they alive?
Oh, shit.
I've got 72 corpses here. They're male and they're hairy and they're dead.
Can you imagine a customer service gone horribly wrong? You get 72 virgins, but they're all babies, and you got to raise them, right? Actually, that's a dangerous thing right there. That's a dangerous thing right there.
Or there's 72 sheep.
And yeah, they're all virgins.
What would Heaven's complaint department be like?
What?
Heaven's complaint department.
Oh, let me tell you. Oh, let's get started on Heaven's complaint department. Let's see. Hi. Hello. Here's the thing. I did everything right, and I expected that when I did everything right, I would get some sort of happiness and pleasure. But all I got was this harp on a cloud. I think I'm going to go to hell, where there are nightclubs. They've got stuff for your nose. They got stuff. They got weed down there. And the
Well,
climate is a lot warmer.
Thank you for calling heaven. To start off with, we forgive you. Can we help with anything? I did I think it was Raven in the chat room. Thank you for calling the Anunnaki. Unfortunately, we are at our Nibiru office and won't be open till Thursday.
And because of COVID-19, we have suspended all services on Earth.
Exactly.
Yes, because we don't want anything to do with that shit. Spreading out.
Yeah. When aliens pass Earth, it's like, lock the doors. Why? We're going past Earth and don't make eye contact. And when we get past Mars, we run for it.
Can you imagine if we had ascended beings looking down at what's happening right now?
Oh, they are looking. They're laughing right now.
Yep, it's a good thing we're not down there. Good thing we're not down here.
Master, what are they doing? Apparently they're turning on and off the planet again.
And can you imagine if Jesus came back and he says, "Come, my people, come unto me," and he gets a ticket for breaking social distancing? And he gets a ticket, but it's like the bylaw officer rolls up to him and says, "You can't gather here." No, I'm Jesus. I don't care. right. And he hands him this ticket and he says, "You know what? We don't really." And I'm like, "No, I'm Jesus. I'm trying to feed the masses of bread and fish." And they're like, "Oh, well, now you have 3 tickets. One for gathering, one for feeding anything from the wet markets. No, right? Anything from the wet markets? No, you're not feeding anybody anything, right? And you get this final ticket because you're just loitering." Right?
Or he's put in front of the judge, and the judge says, but Your Honor, for starters, you're not the one to judge. My father's judged. I am Jesus Christ. Well, you should know better. Now, take him away.
He was racially profiled. His name is
racially profiled. Yeah.
Who's this little Jewish kid? Right? You imagine him.
Who's the Palestinian? That's what I love about the KKK. We believe in Jesus Christ. We hate the Jews and the blacks. You know, Jesus was a black Jewish Palestinian, right? Just putting it out there. Shut up.
Yeah, Richard. No, I think Heaven's Complaint Department will be full of a lot of angry Mormons.
I wore these pants for nothing.
You know how hard it is to walk around the tropics in a tie?
Yes.
I like Bill Hicks' version of heaven is that in heaven you can smoke. They're not clouds, that's cigarette smoke. Yeah, come in. All the non-smokers are in hell. Come in. Hendrix on harp tonight. So yeah.
You know what would be really funny? What would be really funny if the Jehovah's Witnesses roll up to heaven's door and say, "Sorry, we're not taking any, we're not buying any magazines today, slam." And they slam the gates in.
Yeah, heaven's got no hawkers, do not knock.
Yeah, sorry, we don't deal with Jehovah's Witnesses. Goodbye. All right? But we came to spread the good news. We are the good news, and we didn't give you the authority to spread any good news. So yeah, if you could just move on. If you go down the road, there's a guy there. He has a furnace, right? You guys could hang out right there. Spread the good word to him, right?
So what would
my God,
water cooler talk be around in heaven? Heaven's corporate water cooler talk.
Say again.
Heaven's corporate water cooler talk.
Can you imagine these Jehovah's Witnesses roll up here? We don't want them in here. Jesus Christ. Like they would cite us for everything. My God.
That in that meeting, how he just cut angels.
We don't want these judgmental fucks in here. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. And I mean that like all puns intended. Hell no.
Michael, how are you? I think I'm good, Gabriel. How's Earth? It's a bit of a challenge. I wish I was back on Mars, the Mars project. That's so much easier. There's less crap to deal with.
Probably we can make them do that. And they could be the pissed off janitors in heaven.
Oh yeah. So what's heaven's accountant like? Always trying to tell the angels to stop spending. You think you have unlimited funds?
Every time we send y'all to deliver a message, it costs us money. It costs us money, you know that? Can you deliver like small messages? Why do you have to deliver huge meteors and destroy whole towns and stuff like that? Could you like downscale?
And look after those uniforms. Do you know how hard it is to get mud and dirt and dust out of those things? You're supposed to look like they're glowing white, and you people keep going having drinks in these taverns. We're not sponsored by Omo. You know, I keep getting complaints from the laundry department.
Yep. Hey, wait, can I ask a question? Why are all angels male? I'm sorry. Did you guys ever think about that? Why are all the angels male? That's kind of interesting.
I think we have a corporate scandal going on here.
Kind of makes you think about the guy at the top, huh?
Hashtag Me Too God.
We just discussed that earlier on. Me too. Let me see if I get this straight. So you get Mary pregnant, but did you ask consent?
Nope.
I don't care if it's immaculate. Okay? Did you ask consent? Hi. Just between me and you, how does that conversation go? Hi, I'm God, and I want to knock you up. And then you say, well, hell no. You could be anybody, right? And you say, no, I could knock you up without even touching you. So you miss the fun and you go straight to the business then, right? Do you know how horrifying it would be for a virgin to give birth? Think about that carefully. So you didn't get consent. Not only did you not get the consent, you knock her up, and then you go to Joseph and say, you know what, raise my kid.
Judge now down on earth. You hussy, you harlot. Get it on with any angel that comes around.
And these are biblical times where people were judgmental as shit. So this woman just suddenly gets this bump on her stomach immaculately. And then she doesn't get stoned. Think about that very carefully.
Yeah. Somebody was paid.
So Joseph is a beard? Is that what you're saying? Because like, you can imagine Joseph's reactions. Like, what's going on? I never touched her. What's going on? I never touched her.
Maybe there was that one time when I drank a little too much.
I drank a little too much?
That water seemed a bit off. You know, I had those mushrooms.
Yeah, that holy water was a lot different back then, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Don't drink the holy water. All right. Or else you wake up with a kid the next day. And by the way, can I ask you a question? So that immaculate conception, how long did that take for the birthing process? Because I'm assuming that if it's half, the baby is half God, it should be like kind of like a cake. A few hours. We're talking 9 months. What is this immaculate conception? How does that work?
You never.
You know, you do realize that the whole of religion is a bunch of rapist gods, right?
Yeah, aliens. Yeah, they're aliens basically, sky gods and everything else like that. When did the immaculate conception? When is divinity actually start? Is it after birth? Is it 3 months in? Like, when does this happen?
About Zeus, this man raped his way across Greece.
No, I'm sorry. I have to clarify you there. No. I have to correct you there. He wasn't a man. He was most likely an animal, which is probably code of like they probably wanted to sleep with him. But you know, really, because I was raped by Zeus. He turned into a duck and had me.
Yeah, that doesn't fly. Or he turned into a deer. In one of the famous stories, he turned into a deer, and the nymph fell in love with him, and I'm like, why would you fall in love with a deer? Let me
on a sexual level, yeah.
Ears are hung like horses.
What?
Ears are hung like horses.
I see. So it comes down
centaurs
to that, right?
Centaurs come from somewhere. I'm just saying, half man, half horse.
And minotaurs as well. That's wait. You know what? Mythology is full of creepy shit, isn't it?
Yeah, chimeras. Get the old DNA
chimeras, out. Yeah. Get the old, you roll that out. People were having sex with animals back then, right? But then you run up with the Christians with this immaculate conception, and then you have a bunch of rapist gods. Let's not forget Krishna and 1,000 wives.
He's the OG pimp.
I was about to say he pimping large, yo.
And you wonder why he turned blue, right?
Because the ladies were denying him.
It's like, no.
They're all
Blue
lesbians.
balls,
That's
and
1,000
it's
lesbians.
It's kind of spread everywhere.
That's why he kept it. They kept That's why he was so warring and angry, like because he kept 1,000 lesbians and he wasn't allowed to touch them.
You know what I think? I think he bought into the Muslim religion one too many times, and they gave him 72 virgins, except they're all gay. Right? So yeah, he's gonna turn blue real quick, right? But what are the religions? I wonder what Buddhist complaint.
The Buddhist call center, spiritual.
Yes. Hello, hi. You've reached the Buddhist call center. You must be patient.
We're putting you on hold for an age.
You must be very patient. During the time that you are patient, please try to discern what is the sound of one hand clapping. Click. Right? And you're like, wait. What do you mean what sound of one hand clapping? And you're there for the next 10 years, and then you call back. Yes, I know what the sound of one hand clapping is. It says, you've reached the Buddhist hotline. You must be patient. Did you discern what is the sound of one hand clapping? Yes, it's silence. It's silence. Excellent. Thank you. Click. It's like,
of course, this is the third time I've called you. I have a problem. Well, then you need to you have to let go of your suffering. It's why are you calling us? It's nothing. If you ask me what Zen is again, me and the boys are coming around with our big sticks.
What is Zen? When can I ascend? Right? I'm sorry. We're gonna have to put you onto our Zen hotline. Put them onto the Zen hotline, right? Zen master comes on. What does life mean? No, that's not what I'm calling for. I don't need another riddle. No, but what does life mean? I don't care what life means. I just want to ascend. That's all I want to do. And the Zen master says to him, when you have solved this, Koan, please call back. Puts him down. By this time, the Buddha, the whole suffering is the call center, right? The whole suffering is the call center, and you're just cycling back and you're cycling back. Zen is something else. I wonder what the Hindu call center would sound like. Hello.
It'd be caste systems. Press 1 for this caste system. Press 2 for this caste system. Press 3 for this caste system.
If you don't know what caste system you are, hold on. Dial 0 and wait for the operator.
If you're untouchable, we apologize, and we're putting you straight through right now because we believe.
And if you're an immigrant to the United States and have let go of your Hindu rights, we are going to send somebody after you.
Yes, that's hilarious. Are you going back?
I like the idea of a shamanistic call center. You know, hello? Yeah, where the hell have you been? I've been waiting for you for so long. We've given you hints all through life, and you've taken... Look, build a fire and stare at that for 5 minutes. I got to go and get a cup of coffee.
Yep, build a fire and stare at that.
How about your spiritual guides call center? For all those people contact the spiritual guides.
Hi there. You've reached the spiritual guide call center. Due to the fact that you haven't been paying attention to us, we don't have time for you either. Click.
Hello. Oh, it's Mary, everyone. It's Mary. Dumbass is calling. Dumbass is calling. Come on. Yeah, how can we help you this time? Anything we say, you'll ignore.
You can imagine the person at the other end. Hi, I'm in a really deep crisis. I need help. No, we didn't frig this up. You did.
Exactly.
Yes, we know.
There are a lot of people out there who will identify with this. They want their dragon, their puma. Most human beings have slugs as their totem.
Yeah, or a sloth. You know, they just hang in tree. They hang in tree. Yeah, they're extremely bent out of their gourd on weed.
Sloth and slug medicine teach.
I don't
Well,
know.
how
It
about-
takes forever.
Guys, how about dialing into your higher consciousness call center?
Oh,
Hi, I have a problem. Higher consciousness is like, yeah, I'm above your problem.
it's called
I'm
past.
above your problem. Right?
I want to. I want to get past you, manager.
Thank you, Karen. Yeah. Hello, my higher self. Yeah, I need some help. Well, being your higher self, you made a problem at a certain level of consciousness. You have to evolve to make it another level of consciousness to actually deal with the problem. How does that help? I've told you enough. Spoilers.
or it speaks to you in archetypes, and you say, "Hi, I have a problem with my boyfriend," and it comes down. The higher consciousness answers you, "Fatherhood."
Oh,
Like, what the hell does that mean? What the hell does that mean? I don't understand what you're talking about. Madonna.
I like my
I like
higher
Madonna,
self.
but I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I called higher self. I have my problem, and no, I need help. Can you help me? No. You have to figure this shit out yourself. But
how about universal?
hold
How
on.
about universal consciousness calling the universe and the universe? Hi, universe. I have a problem, and the universe answers you and says that.
Exactly.
Right, and the universe says, "I don't know who." You says, "I just don't know who I am anymore." And the universe answers you, "I am that. I am." What does that mean? What does that mean? Right? I am that. I am.
And then you hear a toilet flush in the background.
Yes, and then you have toilet flush in the background. That would be hilarious.
Here's one back to the higher selves. So a bunch of higher selves are at a call center and they're all on their break and all comparing horror stories from their lower selves. What goes on?
You can imagine a bunch of higher selves get together and have this kind of a coffee break talk, and she went back with that guy
Again?
right? Again? How many freaking sides of symbols do I have to send her? I mean,
the 15th. That's the 15th incarnation. They've done that. When are they getting out of that Akashic loop? Come on, people.
I switched off her ability to go to the toilet, and she's still with him. Right? Like, if constipation doesn't work, I don't know what will. You know.
I started out with all the money in the world, the greatest parents. Look at him now. He's Trump.
Still doing heroin in the corner. I don't like what it's good shit, but I mean, come on.
And you know what really pisses me off? I experience it because I'm his higher self. And he's having all the freaking fun down there. It's pissing me off, right?
And he has the gall to say that I created this. And it's like, I'm just
blaming it all on the higher self.
We really need to explain the free will clause when these people come through. I'm just saying.
Let's explain the free will clause to a caller. A caller calls in. I want you to explain this free will to me.
Oh, I'm going to take a stab at this one.
Yes, free will is like you can do what you want, and then other people can do what they want. So if you do what you want and it pisses other people off and they slap you in the face, then they have free will. It's all in the contract. Everybody does what they want. And then the caller says, well, that doesn't sound particularly nice. He says, but you have free will.
Like free will. with consequences, because people have free will as well.
And then the dumb shit says, I thought free will means it wouldn't cost me anything. It might cost you your face.
Like,
It might cost you a couple of teeth. It might, who knows? It might cost you a lot.
Look, you went onto that Zoom call with 3 other people and started making fun of all these deities. There's going to be repercussions. I'm sorry. I'm just putting it out.
Can you imagine? You imagine we're all going to hell, first of all. That's number one. We're all going to all different kinds of hell. We're going to Hindu hell. We're going to Muslim hell and so on. Probably they'll share us around like
soul shard. Yeah. Soul shard smashed into 1,000 pieces all through the hellscapes. Still laughing all the way through.
I would still be laughing at that. I will. Honestly, can you imagine me showing up to hell? I say, well, David, yeah, you, especially Christian hell, because I take the piss out of Christians all the time. And the devil is like, well, you take the piss out of Christians, so come on in, it's a party, yay. All right, actually, you know what? Let me send you back. Let me send you back. No, I'm not afraid of hell. No, I think they're going to send us back to get these believers rattled.
Well, what I think the version of hell is those people that are closed-minded and stuffy, where Slayer's a satanic band and everything else like that. Like, well, I'm going to enjoy your hell. It won't be our hell. It'll be their hell. It's like nightclubs are evil and Slayer's evil and heavy metal's evil. You're going to have really fun time.
Yeah, guys, we forgot the atheists. Who do they call? Atheist call center.
Hold on. If you guys want to come join the call and be a part of the chat room and join in, go to zoom.us and the meeting ID number is 911-001-1974. If you're living on listening to YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Periscope, and whatever others you're listening at, come on into the Zoom room so you can be a part of the chat room over here. So everyone that has already been listening and in chat here, we want you all to write in to the chat room the most funniest thing you've heard so far and some of the subject matters you want us to get into in the next half hour, because we intend to offend. We want you all to connect to your internal guide of offenders and keep some sacred paths.
I'd like to also point out Australia is spelt correctly now. So, this is the power I have. So I'm just pointing out there. I am the center of the universe.
I think one of Robert's guides spoke to him, and I think one of Robert's guys is Australian.
I can see.
I think an angel came to Robert and told him, "I'm going to throw you on the Barbie."
Now, mate, you've got something wrong here. You spelt it's only one letter. Now, good try. I like it a lot. Just one letter out. What you need to do, just fix it up. No one will notice. We won't even bring it up.
Yeah, except you have Monty Dean on the show, right? All right. So, the atheist.
Thank you for calling, you asshole. I hate you. Sorry, wrong number.
We just had our half-hour enlightenment music. So we would like you to disconnect from your attachments and be ready for a whole new level of enlightenment.
Light entertainment, enlightenment. Yeah, that works. I can see that. So. Elon Musk. I tried to watch the Joe Rogan episode of Elon Musk, and then he just reminds me of Star Trek, where it's like fantastic technology, we can move humanity forward. What about spirituality? Oh, that's quaint. It's like completely different. There's no we can make humanity better. Tap into our higher selves and spirituality. Oh no, science hasn't proven that spirituality actually exists. So I'm gonna cut a circle into your skull and insert wires into your brain so you can become a superhuman. Elon Musk's kid is called X Asher A12. Or most likely he would want to be called Kyle.
He got into a feud this week with Warren Buffett. You heard that, right?
Yeah, he mentioned that because he's not a fan. But that's the reality we live in when billionaires are going at each other.
So
Yeah.
XA means ash. That's how you're supposed
Yeah.
to pronounce it.
Yeah. X Ash A12. And A12 is a aeroplane from Angel Fire, I think it was. Angel something.
Angel something, yeah.
Yeah. Looks like the Blackbird. So yeah.
SR-71 precursor plane.
Yeah. Billy would work. I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah, you don't have to turn the kid into a experiment, really, Musk. But your last name is Musk. Keep it primal, keep it basic.
Yeah. Well, with celebrity deathmatch, we should have celebrity billionaire deathmatch. Could you imagine like Zuckerberg against Musk and then Soros against Warren Buffett? Two old guys knocking it out.
Gladiators, a gladiator arena. That'd be interesting to see, actually.
Oh, and the Queen, the Queen in there going, "Have at you!"
All right, so how about we target President Xi of China for a little bit? He deserves some knocking around.
What, Winnie the Pooh? Oh, he's awesome. You know about that? He banned. Someone made a thing that the president looks like Winnie the Pooh, so China banned Winnie the Pooh.
Correct. Correct. It's hilarious. I will give him his props. However, he has to have balls the size of coconuts, because the way he moves, he just like doesn't give a shit, does he?
Yeah, well, they still think. Well, I think they're atheists, but they think their God and the party is correct. It's really weird how that works, and also the whole the people like the coronavirus. Like, oh, look what China did. China's awesome. They haven't been killing their citizens for decades, and they've never been lying about anything else, and they just walked into Tibet and happily took over, and it's like you're believing the Chinese government, and then of course people are saying that it's racist. You can't say Chinese virus. It's like, well, China isn't a race. Like for starters.
Can you imagine what this has done to China's tourism? Like, come to China. You could visit
Try
Wuhan.
the wet markets.
You could visit Wuhan or Tiananmen Square, historical landmarks, right? You imagine visiting China right now? Like, seriously, who's going to get on the plane to go to China as a tourist? That is seriously.
Oh, well, I mean, there's great places to go. Mass death in Tiananmen Square, mass death in Wuhan. You can see where the mass graves are. We'll even show you where the lab is, where the virus escaped. The wet market, where it came out as well, where all the 5G towers were, but then they burnt down, while being sprayed, where with all that stuff. And we'll even show you a suburb where everyone's still welded into their apartments.
And if that doesn't do it for you, we're going to take you to the city without a mask, and you could just inhale the fresh air that we have out here. Right?
So everybody listening in the chat room, if you're a star seed, write down in the chat room what kind of star seed you are.
I think I'm part Arcturian, a hint of Palladian, and mostly a smartass. So I'm connected to the to the planet at this point in time. Interesting enough.
We need to cross these articles, by the way, Andrew. Go ahead, Monty.
I listened to a friend's show, and they were talking to they were channeling a dragon, and so I'm sure we can make fun of dragons. I have no idea what the repercussions are, because out of all the entities that are out there, I think dragons could be the crankiest if you're taking the piss. Like the Greys would have no idea what's going on. It'll go over their heads physically and mentally.
It's not like historically waking up a dragon has been a bad idea throughout like centuries and centuries and centuries, right? There was this woman, speaking about dragon, things that come out of dragons are alligator. Some idiot woman, I don't know if you read this article, she saw an alligator. She went to visit a friend to do some manicure, and she decided that she was going to touch the damn thing. The neighbors are hollering at her, could you please not touch that alligator? But she decided to go do it anyway. So the alligator chomps on her and attacks her. Pulls her into the water, And then she gets away from the alligator and she stands in the water and says, I guess I won't be doing that again. The alligator then chops on her and drags her into the water. So they find out about 8 to 10 minutes later, right? And I'm like, what would make you channel a dragon and wake that kind of energy up? Think about it very carefully.
Yeah.
You know what comes out of dragons is that historically you channeling dragons. Right? When you wake up that dragon, what do you think is going to happen? Historically speaking, dragons have been the wisest creatures. And humanity has kept trying to outsmart dragons and, of course, always failed. Right? So don't believe the hype about knights in shining armor and stuff like that. Can you imagine you're a knight in shining armor and you ride up on your white steed and your steed gets burnt to a crisp? Right?
And they all sound like Sean Connery as well. It's very fascinating.
That armor's like an oven.
Yes.
Too well.
And you inside that armor while the dragon is pouring fire on you. All right? to pressure cooked in your own armor. A bunch of shit, really.
Let's write a joke on air. How many star seeds does it take to change a light bulb?
0. It's your light bodies for duty.
There you go. I am the light bulb, man.
How many ascended masters does it take to change a light bulb?
Oh, well, see now.
How many ascended masters? Let's see now. How many ascended masters does it take to change a light bulb?
Well, if it's a Zen master, it's only up to you. If it's Jesus, he forgives you. And is there a Jewish ascended master? Is that Moses?
I think it's Abraham.
Oh yeah. Oh, that guy. He started the whole thing. He's got the trilogy, the Jewish, the Christian, and the Islam, all from a book. That's pretty good marketing.
How many ascended to change a light bulb? 0. It's the light worker's job.
Yeah.
Well, I've outsourced the job, and light workers have to deal with the light bulb. I'm in the car reading the paper. I've changed the light bulb. That's so great. Well done.
How many white lighters does it take to change a light bulb?
How many?
15 to argue over it for an hour, and then one guy just does it.
No. It doesn't take any white lighters to change a light bulb. We are the light. We don't need the frickin' light bulb.
Yeah,
we don't need a freaking light bulb. We're not changing any light bulb. What the hell? We are the light. Let me bathe you in my white light. Let me bathe you in my white light. You bathe this one. White light. There's light everywhere. There's a big splash of light everywhere. That sounds really sick, doesn't it? Imagine a bunch of white lighters getting together in a room, bathing each other in white light. Not nice.
Yeah. How many Zen masters does it take to change a light bulb? There is no light bulb. That will bake your noodle. I watched the Matrix trilogy this week. It's like, there is no spoon. I shared that on Facebook. It's like, yes, there is. It's right there. And instead of responding, I'm like, oh, you're at that level.
Yeah.
You know. Yep, that's the problem.
That's
when you know.
funny, Robert.
Yeah, that's the thing about when the mind wipe doesn't work. What do you mean back on Earth? I chose to be here again.
That damn call center.
So you've been reincarnated back on Earth one more time. Go back in 20 years.
Imagine, you think all babies go through that? It's like, hi, I'm in the wrong place. I'm in the wrong place, right? It says, well, we're sorry, due to a clerical error, you seem to have gone there. But what we can do is, in the future, if we get your information correct, we will give you a coupon to miss the next birth. No, I don't want a coupon. I want a freaking refund. Get me out of here. So
it would explain. It would explain all the crying. I'm back here again. I hate you. Oh, this is warm. I'm back here again. And as society wears you down, and it's like, I'm the bestest human being ever. Oh, have you tapped into your higher self? What? What do you mean? It's interesting as well how woke and awake have been trying to be put together, and it's like, no, woke is a mental illness. Being awake is the goal.
Oh, great. All right, so let's take the piss out of some of the alien species. We're going to start with the gays, and we're going to stereotype.
Andrew, did you say grey or
Yes.
gays?
It sounded like
Grey,
like
okay.
gays.
Okay.
It sounded like gays. What the hell? Can you imagine if these alien beings were actually gay? That would. Oh wow, wow.
Then Mardi Gras would be fascinating. Hello, Arthur Centauri.
Draconians in the house.
So we're going to talk about the ghetto grays, profile and racial stereotype, the grays.
Oh no, you can't come in here. We don't allow grays into this country. We're going to build a wall against you. Right?
Earth is under quarantine. Not allowed in.
Right. Actually, you know what you are? Definitely the wrong color. We don't know what you are. Okay? Can you imagine being a gray in a supermarket? You're not black.
No,
you're not black. You're not white. What are you?
Not red, not yellow. You're grey. Yeah, you're pale. Look, and you're 4 feet tall.
The unknown.
You have no genitals, and you have no sense of humor. Why would you? Unless you are working in see, this joke would work better if I remember the government jobs. Yeah, we've got we can put you in a suit and call you a man in black. That could work.
A gray collar worker.
Yeah, that's it. There you. That's that. We got there. Hello, welcome. So yeah, it's a. Can you imagine?
Have a hard time in society. I can tell you that right now. Everywhere they go.
If a boss is telling them off, they have no idea what their emotions is because it's the same face. Like, are you upset? Are you happy? Are you like?
Can you imagine what work life would be like? We can't get along with this guy. We got to get rid of him. Can you imagine having a gray as your call center representative?
Gary the Grey. Yeah, I hate working with him. No emotion, no passion, right. no life. Always likes to come to your house at really weird times to borrow something. I mean, it's 3 a.m.
and
Gary,
it might
go
be
away.
And it might be you.
Well, yeah, it's like
I would just like to borrow you for a moment. Yeah. I have a few things to do.
Oh, if there's any artists out there, we've created a character, Gary the Grey, and we'll take the piss out of him as like the adventures of Gary the Grey. Oh, I can't replicate. Oh no, I'll steal human DNA instead of actually going to a library and looking at a book about veterinarian, I'm going to mutilate 18 cows to see how they work.
Yeah, the internet has been invented, Gary. You don't have to do it the old-fashioned way.
We have the Library of Atlantis at the fingertips. It's like no.
Aren't you all supposed to be like higher consciousness beings? Could you please just do a Google search, because like my kid could figure that out.
I think Gary sort of, why does everyone hate us? I don't know, because instead of saying hello, you anal probe them. That's a bit forward.
So when you go to Gary the Grey's house, what is his pet? A blue chicken.
Oh, a blue chicken, yes. They taste lovely, those. The Galactic fried chicken.
What kind of car does Gary the Grey drive?
Oh, Tesla? Sorry?
Nah, Gary the Grey, he's pimped out his ship.
It's got that fringe around the window.
yeah, rims as landing pads, and like, can you imagine the accessories for Gary the Grey? What kind of hat would he wear? What kind of glasses would he wear?
I'm thinking Rastafarian, like loves the weed.
Can you imagine a high grey for everybody? Everybody's getting anal probe today.
No,
Okay,
they
I
only
agree.
think about it. Yeah, they don't do it because they're still on their celestial beanbag having a hit going, I've got an idea. What if this is how the whole hybrid thing, they were passing a joint between edge. Here's an idea to keep them busy. What if we start a human hybrid program? Oh, they're not happy. Amazing Grace.
Amazing Grace.
Mind you, as I think it was yesterday, Andrew and I were talking. We should have started with a sort of a warning disclaimer where if you're all these aliens are high ascended beings, they'll get the jokes, and if they don't, they're fourth dimensional cockheads. So it's a win-win situation. Where if anyone that we offend in the greater creation, we've just pointed out that they suck.
Can you imagine all the Greys listening to this broadcast? That when this podcast is over, we're gonna come for you guys. Can you imagine? We're coming for you guys, and then we're gonna anal probe you for the whole ship.
Let the probing begin.
What other alien races are we gonna take the piss out of?
Pleiadians next. They're everywhere.
They've got a pizza delivery service, don't they?
Oh my god!
Pleiadian pizza.
Yeah, it arrives before you even decide if you're having pizza. It's very good.
Except the pizza is not for you to eat, right?
No, it's holographic pizza. 0 calories, 0 trans fat, fully authentic holographic pizza. There for you at light speed.
It's only it weighs one micron because that's the holographic generator that you can't eat either. Also, we can have a go at the Archons because like we're so much better than everyone. You've stopped creation, you morons.
We're so much better because we were perfect already. That's why. Yeah,
we've just put creation, all of is, was, and will be on hold. But Valentine, Palladian Valentine. I'm not saying it's
or the Draconians. Like, can you imagine a Draconian co-worker? Of course you can. Everybody can.
He's got one already. What are you talking about? We all know.
Can you imagine a sensitive Draconian? They used our name. They used our name for what? I am so sorry. It's not me. It's everyone else. It's the rest of the race. I've said to them, Barry the Draconian. There we go. There's another one. I said, Barry, we need to sort of passive aggressive. Look, I'm sorry, but we will have to run you into the ground. Those Nazi chaps had a good idea, but they didn't follow through. Just putting it out there. Yeah.
Can you imagine Barry the Draconian on a whole bunch of estrogen?
Oh God. Co-office workers dose estrogen in his morning coffee just to get him chilled.
Yeah, just to get him chilled the hell out, right? You imagine?
Barry, can you please come to the head office again?
Right? It's like, I don't know. I just want to kill you all, and I feel really sad about it. Right?
I'm so sorry.
I just want to slaughter all of you. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Right?
Now, Barry, we've got you in to talk to the higher management. We don't think you've got the premise of, a galactic domination. Where's your warrior spirit? Where's your fighting? Like, I'm just having a bad day, all right? Just leave me alone. I feel I have feelings too, Well, that's kind of ironic because none of us have feelings.
So something is
you stop dating that human. We've told you about this.
I can't help it. I'm in love with her.
She's my everything.
And then Barry breaks out into song, and then music starts playing, and breaks out into song.
And I will always love you. Barry's losing it, man. I'm telling you. Barry's off the deep end.
Barry has got to get summoned to human resources, Draconian human resources.
Yeah, completely different from our human resources, I'd like to point out. Look, you're not liquefying enough bodies, Barry. Look, I just love them. They're so cute. I can't do it. I just can't do it.
What does Gary's work report card look like? His file.
A lot of D's.
A lot of D.
Yeah.
So Gary and Barry work together.
Yeah, exactly. I was going like, why don't you show an emotion? I don't know what you're talking about, Barry. What does a grey sound like either, as well?
Like they do on Stargate Atlantis. Hijacked the Norse runes.
Yeah, I was Thor. You know that was. Yeah.
One of the best Star Trek characters, well, not sci-fi characters, was the Goa'uld. You remember them?
Oh yeah.
The voices were excellent.
I am a god. No, you're not. You're a slug in a belly. Shut up.
Yeah, actually, and like, what's with the voice synthesizer, man? Like, seriously.
Yeah, I'm more scared of Daleks, dude, and they're fictional.
Can you imagine what Egyptian gods must have been like?
Well, shape-changing rapes.
Yeah, well, exactly. Shape-changing rapists. Why? Like, do you think I got the word Horus by accident?
You mispronounced Soros. Oh, I just figured out George Soros's name. I'm going to fuck you in the ass.
Did you think no, there's a bunch of incestuous crap. Like, did you think I get the name Horus by accident or Isis? Really?
Horus, I like that. Thank you, Cardinal. 35.
Oh, Isis, like ISIS.
Oh,
right?
so they're on meth.
Yeah, because they're a bunch of incestuous gods, right? I just don't get it. The Olympian gods were the same thing with Zeus and so on, screwing each other's sisters, brothers, and so on. I mean, what the hell is going on?
And how can you come up with a name like Baal? It sounds like bile.
No, I think they wanted to say ball.
Yeah, ball. Yep, yeah. Moloch and Baal, they're all gay.
Let's finish Gary and Barry. Who's Gary and Barry's office manager?
Oh,
they all work at a call center, and the person that making sure everyone in the call center is doing their work.
Mel D's the deck. Richard Simmons. Come on, people. More energy. Come on, work.
Oh God. Yes, and then Barry falls in love with him. I don't know. I'm just really taken in by his commanding authority, And little tears are rolling down. Barry's nice. I think I love him. I was like, and then Gary looks at him and says, "There is no gender fluidity here.
We're all one."
But Gary secretly knows that the boss Richard Simmons has a crush on Barry.
He won't leave me alone.
So if Barry gets into a relationship, he won't have to listen to him cry anymore.
Can you imagine the boss in one of those Richard Simmons shorts? Can you imagine any of it? And he mandates it as the uniform for the whole office. So the Palladian, the Draconian, and the Grey, and Richard Simmons shorts.
That explains everything. They've got a cosmic wedgie all the time. Right up there. Oh dear. I just Justin Trudeau just came into my head. I don't know why.
Probably because I mentioned Richard Simmons shorts. Because he'll dress like anybody.
Justin Trudeau. He keeps looking like his father. What's his name again? The guy from Cuba.
He's growing a beard right now.
Well, attempting to. Let's be fair.
Who's this public relations person? That beard is not. is not on. Like seriously, you got into office by being the prince in being the prince in Sleeping Beauty. A lot of that people compared it. You got into office by being a pretty boy. A lot of people like the pretty boy look, and they wanted that kind of stuff. Now you're growing this beard that which makes you look like you've aged 1,000 years. So is he trying to change his public relations image, or what's going on there?
Who knows? It's great when most politicians, when they get a question that's out of their programming, you can see the brain just freeze and that fluoride stare kicks in. It's like, yeah.
Yep.
And he's very good at blackface, and he hasn't even been attacked for that. It's like everyone.
Yeah.
One thing I do find funny is that millennials have discovered the movie Tropic Thunder, and so now they're going, oh my god, I never knew that Robert Downey Jr. did blackface and he hasn't been cancelled. It's like, and that's only 12 years ago.
That was an epic movie. If you guys haven't watched it, you need to watch Tropic Thunder.
Yes,
And that movie was hilarious. I like the scene where he's saying, what do you mean, us people?
I'm just a dude who's playing a dude who's playing a dude. And it's Tom Cruise's best work.
It is.
You guys want to come and join the chat room here on zoom.us. Robert is going to put up a graphic here in just a moment. If you are listening on Facebook and want to come in and join in, come to Zoom.us 0911-1001-1974. And we look along the side over the right side over here. Any phone number can call in, listen in, and talk with us. We will be taking some calls near the end of the show. And so no one raise your hand just yet. Anyone that has raised their hand will have be given a digital wedgie. So, we have had plenty of things to insult upon.
Thank you.
Back in the chat room. And we want you to give us some suggestions of what direction we might go for the next half.
I got one.
Yep.
Sex coaches.
Ooh. Set it up.
How does that work? Like, what, they stand next to you and go, no, Steve, you're doing it all wrong. You have to thrust deeper.
Move out the way.
No, this is what so sex coaches, basically they give advice on how people can gain greater intimacy in their lives and how they can enjoy the pleasure of each other more. And I'm like, okay. So you basically give advice to people on how they should sleep with each other and be more romantic. Okay. And you get paid for that because their sex coaches are making a killing, huh? They're making a killing. So let's start this off by imagining what a sex coaching session looks like.
I've seen them on Pornhub, but I don't think you're talking about that.
No, hell no, no.
A friend saw it on Pornhub. Yeah. So I don't. Is it like a psychiatrist? It's like, so how does? So what do you think about that? What does it feel like?
Yeah. So I tend to imagine because I have a friend who's a sex coach and she's now doing Zoom calls, and I'm like, you're doing what? I'm doing Zoom calls. I'm like, oh, okay. So how does that work? She says, well, they speak to me about the things that are affecting them, and I try to help. So I said, what if you get a call with somebody who has erectile dysfunction and a woman who's frigid? How do you navigate that? And she says, well, she teaches them how to touch each other, first of all, and how to look into each other's eyes and so on. And I'm like, the awkwardness.
Thank you, Robert. Never go full sex coach.
I'm like, the awkwardness. How does that go? Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Alan, that's funny. Yo, you only ran over my lingam. Alan, you do know that on every altar there's a yoni and a lingam fixture, right? And just for you guys who don't know, in every capital in the world there's a phallic symbol. Did you know that?
Yeah, like the male thing's about that big, but their penis is out to here.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it all comes down to sex. Yeah.
Everything comes down to sex. So you have the phallic symbol in every city. Your US has it. Toronto has it.
The obelisks that they have.
Yeah. Toronto has it, but Toronto's one is like really odd looking. I'm like, what happened? what happened in Canada? A note to self. All right, women, don't get involved with Canadian men if their phallic symbol looks like that. And let's talk about Italy. Why is your phallic symbol leaning? What's up with that?
Because it's using Viagra.
Why is your phallic symbol leaning? I always wonder about that. But no, every city has a phallic symbol in it. And that includes the older cities like Mecca and so on. There is a phallic symbol there.
I'd like just to quickly in chat. Thank you, Joyce. Pisa envy. That's what everyone else has.
Yeah, I have Pisa envy. Right, but no, actually I don't, because if my phallic symbol was leaning, I think I would have to go to a sex coach.
Yeah, the Tower of Pisa just points out that wasn't built by the Masons, because it's like that's shoddy work.
Can you imagine? All right. Yep. No, but getting back to the whole sex coaching thing, how does that work? And how does the complaint process for a sex coach work? Well, we tried it and it didn't work. We think you're giving us shoddy advice. How does that work?
Yeah, are there forms to fill out? It's kind of odd.
I've actually decided that I think I'm going to hire a sex coach just to see how this actually works, for curiosity's sake, right? And see what it like. How does it start? I have a problem. Tell me what your problem is, right? Because the sex coaches that I know, they have like kink stuff. They got whips and chains, and they advise people on what it is that they need to try out and what they need to not try out and stuff like that. So how do you get into that conversation? Yeah, you need to beat her some more. Like, what the hell happens? What happens in that conversation? All right, you need to dominate her. Like, how does it go? Put your hands around her neck. How does that feel for you? Now shake it ever so lightly. Shake it harder. Yeah. In the meantime, the woman passes out, right? Or the man passes out. Says, how does that feel for you? It felt awesome. Meanwhile, you have an unconscious client on the ground, right? It felt awesome, but I got my rocks off finally. And when she comes and says, oh, you see, it worked for him. So all you need to do is let him choke you every once in a while, and that will be fine. Because people have some deep, dark desires going on, right? You gotta be careful who you're getting involved with. You do.
Well, I find it interesting in all of creation that the prime creator allows something called hate fucking. I'm getting mixed messages here. I hate you, so I'm going to sleep with you a lot. What's and also for sex coaches, it's like, what if you're single and alone? How's sex coaches like, are they on the sidelines going deeper? Come on, do it! Like,
No,
go longer.
Well, they have videos and they go play by play afterwards.
Yeah. Now, there's 3 quarters or 4 quarters. It's like, okay, and there's a lot of X's and O's on a whiteboard.
Actually, they have tools for that for the single person, right? Because they want to gain raise their confidence to actually have sex. So single people do go to sex coaches. Because I actually went to a sex coach convention. Don't ask. Don't freaking ask.
Was that in Vegas? Vegas would be the best place for it.
It was actually in Denver. It was actually in Denver. I went to sex in Denver, like Colorado, Denver, Colorado.
Yeah.
I went to a sex coaching convention, and yes, there is a sex coach convention. There is, and what they were saying for single people, they were selling the merchandising. They were like pocket pussies, and I kid you not, I could not make that shit up. Pocket pussies. Do you know what a pocket pussy is?
Is that like the flashlight thing where it looks like a torch, but it's got the female genitalia, and so you can service yourself?
Oh, no.
Correct.
Now they're USB plug-in and Bluetooth so that a person can remotely control them.
Let me explain something to you. There is no way, and they're the ones that plug into the walls as well. If it plugs into the wall and there is liquid, there's a high possibility that something may go wrong.
What I find fascinating,
there's a high possibility that something may go horribly wrong, right? What? You don't want to be answering the door and your mailman and your hair's all the way to frig up in the air. You know?
What would a Muslim sex coach be like?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Gotta take that gown off.
What do they look like without all the clothing? Yeah. It's fascinating that, with this advancement in technology and how science is moving forward, instead of looking for a cure for cancer, they create sex robots. Like a man is apparently already married his sex robot, and like that's a cry for help.
No, that AI is actually developed. I've actually had the honor, so to speak, of meeting one of those AIs, right? Nothing else happened. I just met the AI, okay? Nothing else happened. Okay, so I had, and they have a response, kind of like your Google. It's very advanced, They've become very advanced. They're actually speaking and having conversations. So there's a women's group right now that's trying to stop the production of sex robots. And I'm like, but why? Why would you do that? I get it. Because you know that if sex robots are invented and they're programmable, you ain't getting any action.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, have you taken the rubbish out?
Yeah, you ain't getting any action. Can you imagine how many women would get dumped for a sex robot? Come on, let's put it out there.
Well, Saudi Arabia were one of the first. It was a female robot, and they actually gave it a citizenship for Saudi Arabia. This is how weird the world is, because Saudi Arabia is known for its treatment of women, and so they've created a sex robot and gave it sentience, and her name was Sophia. There's just way too many things wrong with that.
Yes,
and a driver's license.
The hilarious thing about it is that the guy who's making those sex robot AIs, he has a back order for on development. He hasn't even finished developing that yet, right? And he has a back order a mile long on people like, as soon as you make that thing, ship it out to me. And I'm like, that speaks volumes, huh? We just can't get along. You imagine being with your sex robot during COVID-19. You would never get back out to work. You'd be like, with a fuzz growing and so on, just like Justin Trudeau. Maybe that's why he has fuzz growing.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to actually shower or look good. It's like, you're programmed to have sex with me. Yeah, but you're 400 pounds and have a beard down to your gut. I can see why you have a sex bot.
Yeah.
I'm torn here. I had a private session several years ago about a couple who had some major issues, and a sex coach had actually said, you need to explore. And then the gentleman came to me about his wife's major jealousy issues about the sex doll they were having a threesome with, and she got jealous of the doll. This is true story.
Yeah.
If the doll is doing something for him that she cannot do, she's gonna be jealous. here's the problem, right? If she just simply just lies there and doesn't do anything, she might have a better chance. But don't make him choose. Don't make him choose between the doll and you. Hell no! Don't make him choose between the doll and you. Nice, Robert. Where did the batteries go?
Yeah. There's a big market in incels, which is involuntary celibate, because women won't sleep with them, and so they're angry at women, which is a self perpetuating loop. Because
What is this
they hate
incel thing?
Involuntary celibate. It basically means no one will sleep with them, and
Oh,
so
that's
they're
the-
angry about it.
That's the guy who got angry in Toronto and mounted the sidewalk and ran over a bunch of people. Yeah, he called himself an incel. He said that no women weren't interested in him.
Yeah,
and so he jumped into a white van and he ran down a bunch of people on Yonge Street in Toronto. And I'm like, what? You're not getting sex? And this is a place where prostitution is legal. Seriously.
Hungry.
Right.
Yeah, that's sexual frustration to the nth degree, where you have to mount the curb to fuck people up.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, driving it in there deep. You know,
I hate you. I hate you all. Why? Because you won't sleep with me. Well, you hate us. Like,
come on. And the guy who did this and who called himself, he's not a bad looking guy. He's not like or anything like that. He can find a woman. I just think that these guys are real assholes.
Yeah.
And women don't like that kind of vibration, and they're not interested in them. Okay. But if that is the case, there's also always prostitution. What's wrong with prostitution? Pay.
At least just once, relieve the tension, get that root chakra going. Just,
Instead of jumping,
find the
yeah.
flow.
Instead of getting behind the wheel of a car, it's hilarious, and they're really, really upset. But I think the incel movement is kind of tied to the MGTOW. You know what that is? Oh, we're gonna take the piss out of these guys right now.
The whole thing, we can survive without women. It's like, yeah, if you think about it, this can be linked to transgender agenda. Now, if you choose to change your sex and go through puberty first. If you're over 21, you're fine. Not when you're 5, because when I was 5, I wanted to be a space station. So imagine what could have gone wrong there. But it's that's the end of the species, because if no one's reproducing, we're going to slowly be three drag queens at the end of humanity going, well, we won.
Yeah, here's the funny thing about that. People say, well, the argument, the counter argument is that there'll always be people reproducing. They don't understand that to sustain the human race, you need a large amount of people producing all the time, or else we begin to decline. It's a matter of numbers, right? And they just choose that it's not going to be them. The reason why I brought up the MGTOW is because there's a lot of hate around women, and I kind of torn with the MGTOW movement. For those of you who don't know, MGTOW is men going their own way. That's what it stands for.
And not becoming homosexual either. They're still straight, but go ahead.
But they just won't deal with women, and I'll tell you why. Because they subgroup women into different categories. And I'm kind of torn, and I'm going to say this because this is kind of funny, because they don't like women who look at them as cash cows.
Yeah.
They have a point.
Yeah, don't go on Instagram then. Just because it's and have you heard the term simp?
Yes.
No, what is that?
Simp basically is if you find an ethot, which is an electronic that hoe over there, that keeps selling lewds or nudes, and you just throw money at them constantly. And this is where the cash element comes from, because if a girl or a woman is not making enough money or doesn't have a job, she could show her wares on Instagram and OnlyFans. There's a website that's been created for this, and they can generate money by selling digital photos to men that are alone because they've got a lot of money. And so that's what a simp is. They're just like, there's a gamer, I can't remember her name, which is probably a good thing. She sold bath water. She had a bath, got all the water, put it into a jar, and it sold out in less than an hour.
What?
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Are you serious?
Yeah.
David, the look on your face, Robert, please capture that image.
What the hell am I hearing here? Like, seriously, what the hell am I hearing here? Are you serious?
There is a whole economic section where attractive young women pose online to generate it's like digital striptease. They pose online to garnish money from people, and they have it's like it's horny Patreon, if that makes sense. Where wow. I could pay 10. You're a very attractive young woman. I would like to have sex with you. You live in the UK. I'll just send you money so I can show that I love her. And that's a simp.
Jesus Christ, makes me want to get a wig and a dress.
Yeah,
we're doing the wrong things. We're doing the wrong things.
It's basically like a male feminist. The thing at the end of the male feminist is she's not going to sleep with you. Just stop. She's not going to sleep with you.
Yeah, we're doing the wrong things. So I do get the point that these guys don't want to be seen as cash cows, but they take it a bit too far with this incel nonsense. Oh, nobody wants to sleep with me. Yeah, nobody wants to sleep with you.
Yeah, because you're angry as fuck.
Let me pop in here real quick. So we're going to be taking calls here in just a couple minutes. So for all of you that have a joke, a comedic action, or something to add to the nature of what we're doing here, go ahead and raise your hand right now. For anybody that is listening on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, or any other source, please come on to the Join Zoom room. There is a way for you to come in via computer and via phone. All the information is there up on the screen. If you don't know how to raise your hand, you can learn how to raise your hand by touching the 3 dots on your mobile button, your mobile thing, or on the desktop, click Participants. And somebody in the chat room will surely help you. So guys, well, we just here prepping everyone who wants to be comedic and raise their hand. Let's offend a little deeper. In what direction offense do we want to go into?
Well, who's left? Because we've done religion, sex robots, galactic entities. What have we got left? The Prime Creator.
What's Prime Creators information calling long like?
777.
Can you imagine what that call is like?
No, you're always on hold because he's gone fishing.
Yeah. I gave you life. What more you want?
You're a fractal of me. Just go into yourself. Leave me alone. I'm here to have an experience. Jeez.
It would be very interesting to hear what he would have to say to us. Well, you kind of messed it up.
For starters, I'm not a he. I'm an it. I'm everything that was, will be. Think of me just as an omnipresent Pikachu.
An omnipresent Pikachu? Seriously, Monty? All right. Gotta ask you a question. If you're omnipresent and omniscient, there's not an inherent conflict of interest?
Well, yeah, it's like I remember one time Andrew and I were doing light work of pickup lines, and one of them is we are all one, you are me. So do you want to go home and fuck ourselves?
There are serious implications to the concept of we are all one.
Well,
that
yeah,
people
and also
have not really taken into consideration. There's serious implications because the other theory the other scientific theory that women are the inversions of men. So think about it very carefully. I'm going to ruin your whole sex life right now, all of you. So women are inversions of men. So when you see a woman, even her genitals are the inversion of the male penis pushed up inside the body, and the fallopian tubes are what used to be our testicles. We do have that out there. Okay, that is a scientific theory, because when you look at the vagina and you look at the fallopian tubes, and if you understand how people change gender and the operations that are involved, you will understand that we are inversions of each other. The penis goes up where the invert penis was.
I think it's in utero, it's female first, and then the anomaly is males. Where in utero, you form your sex organs, and then it's the X or the XY decides if it's an innie or an outie. Thank you, Jamie. It's like, yeah, he's an innie. I like outies. So yeah, that type of thing.
I see. So imagine this and ponder this the next time you have sex with your girlfriend. Ponder it.
Well,
Yeah.
Hey, questions. I got a question. I have a girlfriend.
Next time you have sex with your man. All right. So, ponder it for just a moment. The next time you have sex, the person you're having sex with is an inversion of your sex organ.
So you just make Blair White more attractive now. Thank you. So if you're familiar, hey, she's awesome.
Which kind of throws a whole light on the whole traditions that we've developed, like bringing plant uteruses to females, flowers. They're the uterus of the plant. I'll exchange this uterus for your uterus. This uterus for your uterus. I think if you really want to be like really next level, bring a real uterus to that doorstep. Right? This floating in formaldehyde. It's like, hi. Right? It's like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, that looks good and all, but my flashlight's so much better. And deflowering, pop your cherry. There's a lot of plant life involved with sex, and it's kind of odd.
Yeah, there is, because that's the safest place we could go to, right? It's actually very funny. This inversion where the male is the inversion of the female and the female is the inversion of the male. It all ties it into the whole we are all. Because if you are sleeping with somebody, you're sleeping with all of us.
Yeah, and also because we're multidimensional, even if you're in your bedroom by yourself, the rest of creation can see you.
Yes, we are. We all know. We all can see you. Think about that.
The family lineage is around going, go son, go son, go. Grandfather, shut up. No, go son, go, get in there.
We all can see. We are all participating in your pleasure.
Yeah. So when someone says to you, go fuck yourself, smile and say thank you.
Will you be joining me or multidimensionally, or are you staying out of it? All right. You don't have a choice. You have to watch me go fuck myself.
And also, and if I am attracted to you and you say kiss my ass, I'll most likely want to. It's like that. You have a great bottom.
You need to be. I always wondered where all these little linguistic variances come from, like calling penis by all these different names.
Well, yeah. Sorry. Well, where the hell does pussy come from?
Those poor cats. Can you imagine? It makes me want to...
I own a cat. It's like, yes, I like to stroke my pussy. Yes. Excellent. Yeah.
We're gonna have to ask somebody in the chat room to find the etymology of pussy and cock, and please post it in the chat room.
Yeah, because that's a male chicken and a feline.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all. All right, it makes you wonder what our ancestors were getting up to.
Raping and pillaging,
which makes you understand why it's very hard to catch a chicken nowadays, right? They couldn't always be like that. You imagine trying to catch a chicken in the yard, right? You remember that scene from Rocky? Now we know why the chickens run away.
Okay.
Pussy. Here we go. The screen. Soft, warm, furry thing. It could have been its roots in Old Norse word puss, which means a pouch, or in the Low German word puss, which means vulva. Pussy could also have gained its meaning from comparing a woman's vagina to a cat. A vagina like a cat could be described as soft, warm, furry thing.
Yeah.
First of all,
Hard.
first of all, the furry issue is yeah, yeah, yeah. Because the images, the furry issues, yeah.
We have ripped the furry community apart. And I know there's furries that are listening.
Yeah, the furry issue.
Monty,
Yeah,
do you
only
know
Sorry?
what a furry is?
Yes, sad people that put on onesies so they can score.
So my first experience with a furry was going to Burning Man.
Oh
Please
my
continue.
God.
No, don't finish there. Please continue because that sounded wrong.
So I was enjoying Burning Man, seeing all the crazy shit going on. I'm there for about 3 hours. And I've seen people in these costumes. I didn't think much about it. And I'm walking to a place to go to one of the water trucks. And like 3 people in furry costumes come up and start dry humping me out of nowhere. And then like 4 more start jumping on me. And I'm like going down to the ground, like, what the fuck is going on? All of a sudden, this guy comes out with a freaking like fake taser and starts chasing away all the furries, arresting some of them. This was my introduction into furry and animal.
Oh God, and I thought I had weird experiences. Oh my God. I told you about my experience on that 6th floor.
Yes.
That was something else. I went to an that was something else. People are very very odd. This furry thing has caught on. But do you know the people who do pony play?
Yes. So let me finish real quick. So as I'm getting dry humped and the cop is like handcuffing people and putting them into the animal control thing, I realized that someone actually cummed on me.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh shit.
Oh
shit. Oh shit.
Alan,
Andrew.
Alan in the chat room just came up with an
God.
interesting concept. Andrew, what soul contract was completed at that moment?
Oh my God. I don't know. Whatever it was, I was disgusted. And
you know, Andrew, this is all part of your karma, man. You're gonna have to dial that call center. This is all part of your karma.
Yeah, g'day, hello.
I
I was dry humped, raped by 5 guys in onesies. What does this mean? Go ahead, David. Sorry.
No. I gotta ask, what part of your body will you come? Okay, did the person come over you on? You know, I gotta ask this question.
My right leg, like
your right leg.
Yeah, my calf.
Calf, interesting. Furries, calves, yeah, animal, yeah.
So it was the animal control guy that pointed it out to me, and he goes, "What do you want me to do? Put him in jail the whole weekend?" And I'm like, "What?" And basically, when a furry's in jail the whole weekend, there's just a bunch of people coming in and banging them the whole weekend in jail.
How many of you guys have been to Burning Man? Oh my God, I have. When it first started. Burning Man is like a little city in the desert. Okay, it's very artsy and so on. But I stopped going when they started taking sand baths. Not good. You could go to Burning Man, step out of your camper, step out of your RV, and there's going to be somebody streaking in front of your RV, and it's okay, right? If you guys have not been to Burning Man, you should probably check it out. Just leave whatever expectations you have at home completely, because you might get dry humped by a bunch of furries, and that's just part of the whole Burning Man issue. Somebody came on you, Andrew. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh my God.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think you should do an ad campaign for them, Andrew. Burning Man. Oh, let me tell you a story. Now, I was just walking down, having some fun. 5 fat furry fucks jumped me and dry humped me, and 1 climaxed. Come to Burning Man.
Anyways, let's finish the story. So I got the crash course introduction to the furry world. And the animal control camp, and I ended up talking to some of the other ones later on, and I was like traumatized by all the furry people, like my first time there. Oh boy. Long story short.
I would be traumatized if I got to drive up by a bunch of furries. I'm just gonna say.
I also found out they weren't all men that I was getting dry humped by. 2 of them were women. Okay. That was the thing they did. Every time they come, they look for someone new and they just jump on them.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit. What year was that? Jesus.
2005.
Oh crap. Oh good. I was out of there by then.
Should have bought a taser. Yes. Or a
whip.
Whip.
A real taser. On the other hand, that might work against you. If you tase them, they might all come over you.
Yes.
They might. No, because if they're that far into kink, who knows, right?
Yes, exactly.
No, my experiences with Burning Man were always pretty calm. We had the tribal people coming in, and they're not tribal as in ethnic. They're tribal as in we're not wearing any clothes, we're wearing lawn cloths. Yeah. And they come every year, Andrew. And they come every year. And because they're tribal, we're not going to bathe for the whole week. So, the whole weekend.
Anybody that wants to come in and raise your hand. Right now, we only have 2 people that have raised their hand.
Brave souls.
Bring them in. Bring them in.
I suck right now, all you miss. I can type it in the chat room, but I can't raise my hand. But if this was a reading show, all your hands would be in there demanding your fucking purpose. Come on, all there. That all raise your hand. Are always waiting. Come on, chicken shits.
Yeah. Sorry, I disappeared there. It's raining outside. My cat doesn't do well with weather. Apparently, my pussy doesn't like to get wet. So I just wanted to share that.
Oh, okay.
Tough luck. So
you might need a sex coach for that. Go ahead.
Robert, let's pick Sean Bibby next. Bring him on. Sean, are you there? Hold on 1 second. Robert is coming to his computer, putting his kid away. Trying to figure out where his mouse is. I can see it. Well, let me unmute it.
Yeah, I'm tuned in.
Hey, Sean.
There we go.
Hey, Sean, what's up?
Oh, fucking, this is a pretty good show.
So what has left you laughing the most so far?
Well, hearing that you just got cummed on by a bunch of furry animals.
Yeah, hard to top that.
And they got they got put into the animal pound.
Yep, animal control the whole weekend.
That was pretty good. You're a good humanitarian.
Taking one for the team.
Taking one for the team, correct.
I shouldn't have said it. This is gonna go around now.
Oh, well. Yeah, it is.
No,
there's a meme.
You're never gonna live that down, for sure not.
I just had a thought. You can become a sex coach as well as a martial artist teacher, just in case furries jump you.
Don, do you have anything funny jokes you'd like to add to us?
No, I just got this corny joke that's like,
try it
for the conspiracy theorists. Just like people keep talking about the secret space program, and like everyone's just talking about the secret space program now, and they're out of the loop.
They're out of the loop.
They're out of the loop. I get it.
Whoa.
Sean, where are you coming from?
That's all I got. Oh, I'm coming from Canada.
What part of Canada are you in?
Like a small town near Toronto.
Where's that?
Like a small town in Ontario.
Okay.
Yeah, I just.
And what's the COVID scene out there?
I don't know, man. It keeps changing every hour. It's pretty good. Like I just get my government money, so it's fucking awesome.
Sean, you intend to get you intend to go back to work?
In a different field. I'm going to Australia.
Oh shit.
I got
Monty, did you
engaged
hear
this
that?
quarantine.
Monty, did you hear that?
Yeah, Australia's a very big
No,
place.
you-
He's going to Adelaide. I'm in Melbourne. It's another state away.
He knows.
You have any advice for him, Monty?
Yeah.
Don't punch a kangaroo.
Don't punch a
Yeah.
Don't punch a
Yeah,
kangaroo.
that whole
Not if he attacks my dog.
Well, no,
I was there for that.
the boxing kangaroo, that's a misnomer. They've got very small arms. They won't hit you. They rip your stomach open with their feet. They get up on their tail and kick the living shit out of you.
Man, I was in Australia when that happened, and like it was really funny.
What's that? The guy who decked the kangaroo?
Yeah.
Yeah, for trying to molest the dog, right?
He's a legend. Like it's so dangerous.
Yeah, the kangaroo was actually the most surprised. The look on that kangaroo's face was like, "Did you just punch me?"
Exactly.
Like, do you not see death here, human?
Yeah. And because those like a red kangaroo can be like 15 feet tall. They can travel 50 miles an hour bounding, and it's like you want to punch one of these things. Like, yeah, there's a reason Australians love their animals, because most of them want to kill us. So the trick is to don't go if you've been to Australia, you know what I'm talking about, where 99% of the animals can kill you, but if you leave them alone, they're fine. There's that Australian lethargic apathy of like, yeah, it should be right.
Me.
Yeah. So like, yeah, if you see a snake, just stab your foot a couple of times and they go, oh, I'm scared, and run away. But if you go up to the snake and go poke, it's like a bear, really.
Don't
like,
tread on me. Yeah, I get it.
My arm in this crocodile.
Yeah. Why is this happening to me? Because you went into people climb into enclosures with lions and stuff, like, oh, I'm gonna pat the kitty, and they end up dying. Now, these are actual animals, not people dressed as animals.
So Sean,
no, it's a whole different ball game.
So Sean, you got engaged, right?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming you're not an incel, right?
Well, no.
I didn't even know what that meant.
There you go. I am the knowledge bringer.
And when you say you got engaged, you got engaged to a live woman or man, right?
Well, she might be a sex robot.
She might be.
What is that my business?
Very political.
What is that?
Where the hell did the kids come from then? Sex robots are adopting. Is that what you're saying? To try and nab unsuspecting Canadians? Like, I want a man from Canada. I'm going to have 3 children adopted to me. Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, it's good for their programming.
Yeah, it's all deep cover.
I can see how this is going to go. You're going to get married soon? Is she cool?
Yes, yeah.
So are you just waiting for travel restrictions to be lifted, and then you can travel?
The go. I got a good feeling. There's like, eye of the hurricane just pass by and do my manifesting work. And I think it's going to open up a little bit. Yeah,
from the Australian point of view, they're hoping to start peeling back the restrictions in about a month. Yeah, well, depending on it changes from state to state. There's an idea of letting New Zealanders and Australians travel between each country, and so you'll be here by the end of the year if everything works out well.
Yeah, do you know how hard it is to bring a cat to Australia? But like all my karma money's coming in, so she's coming. I just no shit. I got a check from a company that I worked for 6 years ago come in today.
My mind is clearly gone to the gutter. You're telling me how hard it is to bring a cat to Australia, and you're talking about things coming, and now you have a check that's coming from 6 years ago.
Yeah. Man.
So I'm just wondering whether the double entendre is supposed to signify something here, because in the discussion that we've had. So Sean, tell us about your fiance. Is she cool?
She's the most beautiful woman I've ever met. And I feel so happy each and every day that we talk. And we wake up in different time zones. So it's like, oh, Lily's up. Oh,
it's long distance.
Yeah.
Well, if he's in Canada and she's in Adelaide, that's like
crazy world connection. Like,
How do you guys meet?
FaceTime.
No,
Really?
Oh, how we're gonna meet?
No, how did you meet?
How
initially?
did the story start?
It was some way through like we're all friends with Andrew Andrew on Facebook, and she posted a video. She had like 4 bowling ball sized crystals in her bed.
You hear that, Andrew? You're not only good for being attacked by furries and coming on, but you're actually making people meet across the globe.
Did I say? Yeah, you did, but it was on Andre's stuff. But there's definitely ties, ties, and it's full on, like it's nuts, but it's not nuts. It's great.
Is she spiritually inclined,
pussy.
Sean?
Dude, she's fucking like next level.
Amazing. That's actually amazing. That's very good. That's very good to hear. Because spiritual people are hard to find, aren't they?
Even when I'm not online.
Yeah, you got to make a random connection across the world and then just go.
Yeah, I know.
Even when I'm not online, sitting at home, there it is, the Galactic Dating Network.
Have you bought the domain?
Exactly.
Oh, come on. If that lady can do it for
Can you imagine, Andrew?
she can do it for conspiracy theorists, we can do it for the Galactic News spiritual people.
What? There's a dating site for conspiracy theorists?
The
Yeah,
caricatures.
there's a couple of them.
What? All right. Stop. Let me.
I'll
Give me
show
this-
you
give me-
my
give me-
tinfoil hat if you show
give
me
me-
yours.
Santo, is that the website? Cosmic Matchmaking?
I don't believe the website exists.
No, they took it. They took the website down.
That was a joke.
Carrie took the website down because people berated her. But she actually put like $100,000 behind the website. Does all sorts of dumbass. Anyways, long story short, it was for people who are into conspiracy theories, cryptos, Bigfoots, and UFOs, all to come to one dating site. But look at David's face. Capture that.
Save that one. That's 2 now.
Snap.
Wow. Wow. What does that even look like?
It's hard to get a picture.
Like yeah, it's hard to get a picture because like I don't understand how conspiracy. What would the opening line be? They meet across a carded bar, and the first line is like, "Are you part of the system?"
Do you own a tinfoil hat?
Like, are you part of the system? No. So can I buy you a?
Did we land on the moon? Careful now.
yeah, it's rough waters.
Is
I've broken a few relations like that.
Is 9/11 a conspiracy?
Andrew,
Well, that's simple. Yeah.
Andrew, we should start a conspiracy theory dating site. We should start one.
I agree. We'll make a desktop app a phone app out of it and everything. It's got tracking systems built into it.
So they could find each
Have
other.
a little roulette chat.
Get some theorist on theorist action.
Yes, some meets
Wow.
Yeah, we could get the Oath Keepers and the militia, and there's a broad spectrum of the conspiracy world, and we're trying to bring people together. Honeymoon on the Antarctic, of course, brilliant. Let's go visit some Nazis. So, yeah.
No, I don't think they did it.
They're dating apps for just about every section of society. So why not conspiracy theorists?
Why not?
I just don't know how.
I've been doing radio in conspiracy world for 5 years, and yeah, that won't end well because no one can actually talk. If you've got a different idea, obviously you're the enemy, and like,
I don't trust her.
Yeah, that's not a lot of trust for a relationship, is it?
No, but they think 9/11
The foundation is all a lie.
Yeah, because if you get caught out on one thing, everything they say is completely wrong. Like, Julian Assange is awesome. He doesn't believe 9/11 is a conspiracy. Oh, hang him, kill the heretic.
People are special. They are. So Sean,
Uniquely.
Sean, yeah, go ahead.
conspiracy theorist dating website? Let's have a little fun with this one. What could it be like?
Well, we need to probably put a disclaimer on the site, and we need to test if you're a real conspiracy theorist or not. So we're gonna have to put a little
5 questions.
Yeah, a conspiracy theory quiz. Let me see. All right, we can start with what does NASA stand for? You know,
never a straight answer. Do you believe in time travel? And the actual answer is I've already told you.
All right, everybody in the chat room, what should our domain name be for conspiracy theorist dating site? We want to
Trying to make my profile.
the marketing.
our name.
Conspiracy of love. Love conspiracy.
You didn't see anything.
I see everything, and I want to see you. That's a good tagline. Conspiracy theorists. We make connections.
Q Harmony.
Q Harmony.
Yeah.
I like Q Harmony. That's what I think. Q
Good
Harmony.
one, Monty.
Q Harmony. Thank you, Nadia. Q Harmony. We make connections. I don't know you.com. And there's a separate page.
.com.
And there's a separate page for the flat earthers. Separate page.
Yeah, how's this go?
Yeah, and everything in the flat earth site is gonna be 2D.
There, I fixed it.
Everything is gonna be 2D, right?
Because money's money, and there's a good market in the flat Earth.
Or we can make it. We can make it like a Tinder site and call it Flatten Me.
Flat and me.
Yeah.
Flatters.
Yeah. Why don't they call themselves flatters?
Oh, that was so 5 years ago.
Max,
Hey, I told you it was a time travel. Sorry, Andrew, say that again.
enjoy good one. Match made in theory.
Yeah.
Get a mate. Join the Matrix.
Yeah. Yes. Conspiracy relations, conspiracies. Yeah.
I just don't know how that would work out. I just don't know how conspiracy theories date each other. How does that work? Because I understand the conversation.
They don't believe in the same things.
Yeah.
Idea.
Well,
Carrie was trying.
Can you imagine the power struggle?
Yeah, Carrie was trying to put together a group of people who shared common conspiracy theories, and she got this great idea that she wants to make a dating site and put a whole bunch of money behind the website, and then everyone ridiculed her for a year. Yeah, David, if you don't know who Carrie
Note
Cass,
the time traveling.
yeah, and they ridiculed her to no end, and
What?
she has to no end. Carrie Cassie, she's a big into conspiracy theory interviewing thing, but she's done things that are even dumber than the conspiracy theory website, a conspiracy theory dating site.
No, I think it's a good idea because they would be with people that understand them. Because dating a conspiracy theory must be something like pain. It must be. Can you imagine listening to this shit every day, day in, day out? Can you imagine this?
Well,
Never
you've got
Imagine
nine.
their success rates wouldn't be that high.
Well, yeah, like how far down the rabbit hole? Oh, rabbit hole connections. Yeah, maybe. Or maybe the word hole's wrong. But you've got 9/11ers, birth certificate guys, flat earthers,
5Gs, vaccines.
Anti-vaxxers.
Food,
Yep. Yeah, 5Gs.
Fluoride.
we could have the David Icke room, which
You'd
is
have to put
chat
a bunch
area.
of check marks, like check which ones you subscribe to.
Yeah. I remember Andrew actually mentioning the during quarantine, it's going to be fascinating when you've got a conspiracy theorist who's married to a spiritualist.
There's a lot of intermixing.
Now, the thing about the whole tinfoil hat thing is, like, I'm from the 20th century, and we actually used to put foil around our TV antenna to increase the frequency.
Correct. And it does work.
No
and it
shit.
does work. And
That's
it
so
does
funny.
work.
So yeah, you're wearing a tinfoil hat. It's like, yeah, but that
Here I am.
increases the frequency, you idiot.
No, I kind of like the scary movie where he like peels open the tinfoil hat and it's just a big Hershey chocolate.
That's good. That's good. That's good. I love the look on David's face when I first told him about people that are full-on conspiracy theorists.
Kind of cross-armed.
Yeah, married to a love and lighter.
That's
That
right.
He was like, "What? How does that work?"
I love you, but that's a conspiracy. Yeah.
I love you, but you're part of the system. You just try to drag me in. That it must be hard for to live with, and their lives. I sometimes think that their lives must be pretty hard. You know what I mean? I mean, like,
Give and take.
They do need a sex coach because they're not getting any sex.
yeah, they're not getting any sex, that's for sure. Because really and truly,
Oh, speed
Sex.
dating in the conspiracy world. 9/11. Yep. Oh, you're with me. Flat Earth. Nope,
oh,
sorry.
thank you, Jamie. Jamie, this concept of speed dating, I've never. Tell me about it. So basically, what I'm led to understand is that you go to an event.
Yep.
And you sit there and you go from person to person to person.
Basically, yeah, you sit in front of somebody and you have 3 minutes to talk to each other, and then you have rounds like someone moves around, and once you've met everyone in a certain circle, then you choose which person you have a connection with or attracted to.
What?
You basically have 90
Go
minutes to
for
2
it.
hours. Basically, there's about 90 to 200 people somewhere. And there's a whole bunch of people in the room. And by the time you're done, you will have talked to at least 15 people. And at the end,
okay.
right. And at the end, you go on a date with someone or collect phone numbers for another time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's actually kind of efficient. It's like an assembly
Isn't
line.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the one I like
Meet
was
each other, kinda.
it's just lunch, where you're randomly picked with somebody for a lunch date anywhere, and that one is usually, it's like, because the table's pre-assigned for you at the restaurant that are doing it's just lunch, and it's a speed dating thing too. So you'll do like 10 dates in a month or whatever. Quite interesting to actually be in a situation where a person's coming from lunch break on work, and in the frustration of everything, you get to see who they
Cool.
really are.
That's actually interesting.
Yeah. Cool idea.
That's actually a cool idea. I actually don't have anything negative to say about that because it saves you a lot of time. Right?
Yeah.
Because in 3 minutes, if we don't connect, there's no point in talking after that, right?
It's frequency in that respect where if you do it right, where you can talk, it's like, you're a lovely person, but if there's no chemistry or connection, usually you would find out, especially as Andrew just said, where if you're in a
Did you
stressful
know in like the first
day,
second?
Well, but after the first
Sometimes.
greetings, you're gonna feel something, and either they're gonna make you laugh or gonna make you cringe at the first 3 minutes.
Yeah.
First impression, which is everything, because you never get a second chance to make a first impression.
I always used to tell my clients, if you are going, the majority of communication is always hidden. So when you're speaking to someone, it's what's not said you have to listen to. It's not what's said. Okay? Because anybody can rehearse anything. Okay? But what they leave out is what tells you the story, isn't it? So
Yeah.
you're on a date with someone, and you ask, tell me about your life, and they start off this discussion with, oh, I do this. Most people start with their CV. I work at this place. I didn't ask you to tell me about your work. I asked you to tell me about your life.
Yep.
Right? I asked you to tell me about your life. So they usually start with their CV. I work this place, or I work that place, and I'm wondering how do people not ever speak about themselves anymore? When I say tell me about yourself, what does that mean?
Well, usually they think their job is themselves. I like Santo's idea of having speed conspiracy, where you sit down with Alex Jones or David Wilcock or David Icke and for 3 minutes, and you choose which conspiracy theorist you like. But but what you're saying is what do you do instead of like how are you? in the mainstream, you're defined by your job, and because it's 40 hours a week, that's most of the time you do it. So, and also, especially with conspiracy or spiritual, and you meet a muggle, they've got preconceptions already. Like, if you say David Icke to a muggle, oh, he thinks the Queen's a lizard. He does a 10-hour presentation, and they've taken one sentence and made a choice. And that's sort of where it is, where in a way it's kind of scary to try and to be vulnerable enough to share what it is. Like, people say, oh, you're brave to do, you're brave to do stand-up comedy. It's like, well, not really. I don't, I don't care. That's sort of like, I just get in front of people. I can stand in front of people. It's making sure the material works. That's the brave part. But just talking, this is why I like quarantine. You could be completely figments of my imaginations, everyone.
Yeah, you think like me.
It's all a hologram. It's a simulation.
It's a conspiracy.
I know. I read it on the internet, so it must be true.
All right, guys, we're at the top of the hour. We've gone 2 hours. Do we want to go longer?
I was just saying, there's a lot of people. We've got more people with hands, and so, well, obviously, I mean, it's a democracy, so therefore we have to ask the bankers what we need to do. But if you want to talk to, I think, because we've lost a hand. Oh, there we go. I would say, because like this is the first time we've interacted, So
let's do one more caller and see how it goes. So caller, all the pressure is on you. Robert, spin up the wheel of callers and see who's next.
All right, Lanisha, you are unmuted with the Comedy Guys.
Lanisha, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, where are you calling from?
Compton, California.
Compton, California. Welcome to the show. Have we been making you laugh?
Oh, yes. First of all, I knew I had to raise my hand because I have a very sensitive bottom and I did not need a wedgie.
Good. You leave that booty alone, all right?
Yeah, so I did put it in the chat room though, on the if we're all one, then having sex with somebody, would that be masturbation?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Mutual masturbation of the individual.
So then what is it when you're having it by yourself?
Practice.
Higher self porn.
Yeah. That's when your spirits guys go, oh, they're doing that again. Oh no.
No. That's when your higher self is watching higher self Pornhub.
And if we're all one, the Andrew part of yourself is like, watch out, it's coming.
Beware the furries.
Lalisha, what do you do, Lalisha?
What happened? Did my sound go out?
No. What do you do, Lalisha?
Really? Do I have to say?
Sure, you do.
I'm in the
Because I just have this little. I just have this intuitive feeling.
Huh?
You're on the tub right now?
Yeah, I'm in the tub right now.
Oh, another
tub caller.
We'll get another
Our
bather.
second tub caller.
Another bather. There's a subgroup of the conspiracy world, bathers. That's a nice echo you got going there. That's what tipped us off.
Do you work on feet by any chance?
I'm gonna open the shower curtain and get rid of the echo there a little bit.
So you're in the bath.
Yeah.
And alone, right? You're in the bath alone, right?
I have both hands on my cell phone.
Yeah.
Keep your hands above the water. Keep your hands above the water.
So how's the bath? You got your essences and your stuff in there? Or?
I actually have my rocks in the tub with me.
You have what?
Her crystals are in the tub with her.
Oh, what kind of crystals? We're talking amethyst or?
We have quartz and obsidian and a couple of others I can't see right now.
Do you have any jade
dare
in
I
there?
Huh?
Do you?
Do you have any-
Do you have any jade in there?
No, actually, I don't even have any jade. I was going to get some, and I don't have any. I don't.
Dare I ask, what are their shapes?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I
They're
love
just rocks.
crystals. I'm sure you do. Yeah.
They're just rocks. Oh my gosh.
It is rocks.
They're elements of consciousness. Don't insult them like that.
They're just rock shape.
All right, okay. See, I do apologize. Yeah, someone in the chat room just like you trying to get your rocks off.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I have an Oregon pyramid in here with me. That's what it is. I have an
Is that
Oregon.
code for some? Is that code for something? Or no. But you're laughing, so that's close to climaxing. So our work is.
So did we just disturb what you were doing when you got called in? Is the first question I gotta ask that question. Did we disturb you?
You're gonna put me on the spot because I have the biggest crush on you, and I'm watching your hands, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
I answered you. I answered you in the chat. You said, "What is he doing with his hands?" I was actually putting lotion. I was actually putting lotion on my hands, right, to lubricate, for lubrication. I'll admit it, for my hands, for arms. Okay?
Yes, raise your hands
That's
is
what I
not
was
an
doing.
euphemism. Raising your hand is not an euphemism. Yeah.
Are you sticking with that story?
I'm sticking with that story. I got my lotion and it's right here. Okay, and it's some good stuff too. It's lavender. Because it's lavender because if you're gonna go with lotion,
Oh, my
go with
head.
lavender, it has to smell good, right? So
Okay.
so I was putting lotions on my hands. I saw your comment. I actually answered you privately, but yeah, it was I was putting lotions on my hands. Yeah,
Okay.
that's a story, and it's still very silky.
And I'd just like to thank.
It's very silky.
I would just love to thank anyone that's joined in the last 3 minutes and has no idea what we're talking about. Well, this is a comedy show. It sounds kind of pornish.
Oh my head! Oh my gosh!
Bow chicka bow bow bow.
I'm laughing too hard.
So, okay. Can you just switch the water around for us?
Do you want to say that in a different way, David? I'd like to switch the water around for us, thanks. That'd be great. Thank you.
Ding, 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 ding.
Look, I'm just curious, how the box goes on. Like, you remember the last caller who came calling from the bathtub and accidentally the video went on? Don't let that happen to you. Don't let that happen to you.
No. I'll get thrown in jail. They'll be like, oh my gosh, what a horrible scene.
You won't get thrown in
I didn't know
jail.
who could hang down there. Woo! I'd be on Ripley's.
I had to light a cigarette. Anyone else think this is good comedy?
Yes. Oh my god.
Yeah, you didn't expect to be admitted to the show while you're in the bathtub, did you? Yeah, really didn't.
Oh.
So this is straight.
You know what would have been funny?
Raise my head because Andrew kept saying, if you don't, first of all, yesterday he said, if you don't show up today, you're going to get a wedgie. And then today he said, if you don't raise your hand, you're going to get a wedgie. I'm not getting a wedgie. So I had no intentions of
I have one question to ask. How exactly were you planning to get a wedgie when you're in the bathtub? I'm assuming that you're not wearing anything that could give a wedgie, right?
He said he's going to give you a spiritual wedgie. He said he's going to give you your drink time.
Oh, I see.
If you don't come in, if you don't watch the show today, and then he said if you don't raise your hand, I didn't have any intentions on getting called. Matter of fact, I had planned on taking my bath way earlier. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So now, since you're on the call, is the do we get to give suggestions as to how this bath should go, or not really?
No, I'm good.
Well, you right now you're for want of a better word exposed to the public. So we are coaching. We are bath coaches.
Gosh.
You hear that, Andrew? We're going to
Oh,
be
a
bath
whole new
coaching.
business, Dave. Bath coaching.
From here on in, we want listen. Whenever we have the show, we want at least one person calling from the bathtub. This is my
If
ask.
you would like a,
This
if you'd
is
like
my ask to you.
if you'd like a session with us, just make sure your bath is put your elbow in, make sure it's warm. Do you have your rubber ducky? That's the question. Do you have your rubber ducky?
We'll have plenty of digital products to sell them for their bathtub.
Oh.
Now, if you're crying from laughter, that's adding water to the bath, so you be careful.
Oh, my head. Oh my God.
Yes, we're slowly killing you through laughter, so yeah, we may see a death. You'll transcend and get a wedgie.
Did she just say her hand? What's wrong with your hand?
Oh shoot. Oh God.
You started this call. You started this, Lanisha. Let me tell you. You started this with, well, my bottom is very tender, and you're in the bath. I'm just saying. You started this call, my bottom is very tender, so I didn't want to get a wedgie. I'm like, ooh.
What? Oh.
And then you tell me that you're in the bath. Ooh, no.
Not on purpose. Not on purpose. I mean, it wasn't.
I remember how you started this call. I listen to everything people say. And remember, I said earlier on, I listen to what people don't say. It's what they don't say. That's the issue.
Okay, so now I so totally want to take my whole name off of here and my picture. I'm going to the conspiracy theorist side.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, straight out of Compton as well.
Oh, that's good.
Bathers with attitude.
No, I want to. This is good. This is wonderful comedy.
Oh my gosh, my scarf just fell in the tub. My hair is all loose now.
What hair?
My hair.
On her head. Keep it clean. Well, she's clean, so.
You said your hair was all over the top. Yeah, look. Okay, you know what? Let's just keep it together. Let's just keep it clean.
Yeah,
We've just invented a new subgenre now. Bathers. I like that.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This wasn't okay. Well.
So yeah. So thank you, Andrew, for just taking one more call.
It was meant to be. It was meant to be.
Yeah, thank you, Andrew. This has made my whole day.
Yeah, get your synchronicity on, people.
Oh my gosh, I have to fix my hair.
Oh yes, imagine when the show's over. When the show's over, you're gonna have all your friends like, you're in the bath?" Like, so
so
the Empress has no clothes.
My hair is in the tub. It just my scarf came off.
Wait. Let me see that.
She's wearing a towel.
Oh, okay. All right.
Hair. It came loose.
It laughed itself off.
So no more.
Okay, good. I'm so happy that we got that cleaned up. Because I would have been wondering about that all night. Anyway, as I was saying,
with your massage oil, David.
Lavender.
So next show, do we all have to be in a bath? Is that the requirement now that you have to be submerged in water?
You know, to hell with it. I'm going to do the show from my bathtub.
Oh,
yes.
16 people just
from my bathtub.
16 people.
If
16
everybody's
people
looking-
just. 16 people just climaxed.
Hi,
Right?
David, you've been dared by the chat room to do it from a bathtub.
What, really?
Yes.
Yes.
Don't dare me.
Yes.
I would do things, really. So yeah, if you want me in the bathtub, the next show is in the bathtub.
There you
Okay.
go. I'm with it.
We'll have to have it a Friday night bathtub comedy show. Everyone has to be in their bathtub.
Yeah,
Oh
good
my
luck with
goodness.
that.
I can see that happening too. I can so see that happening. I can see it. I can see it.
There's only one restriction to the bathtub thing. I'm not spending 2 hours in the bathroom and coming out looking like a prune. So you guys get half an hour maximum, and then I'm out of there. All right? Because right now, how long have you been in there, by the way? You've been in there for the whole show?
No, I got in here. Oh, see, there you go, making me tell on myself again. Andrew, I don't want a wedgie. I got in here around 4.
Ooh.
Okay. Just after we went on.
How long have you been in there?
For what is it now? About an hour?
Hour and 15 minutes, yeah.
You've been in
So
the
can
tub
someone
for an
get
hour.
the website bathnation.com? I've just got an idea. Welcome, join the bathers. We all praise the rubber ducky.
Just one
So-
technical point, guys. No one's to have their phones charging, please.
I love it. I love
Zoom
it.
bath. Yeah, we like people to live. We like people to live.
Oh, and you cannot be held responsible for any phones that get destroyed during the show.
Or death. Yeah.
Accident, death, yeah, correct.
All hail the rubber ducky. So I have something funny to add. Over the years that I've done this, I've said some pretty crazy things. And I've actually been sent bills for computers and keyboards because I have made people spit their drinks out over and over and over again.
Well, I've got a product that where you have a sneeze guard for the computers. So.
What, you mean an N95 mask?
Yes.
Can you imagine what it's like to throw up in a mask?
Oh no! No.
or a spacesuit.
Oh my gosh! You would throw up after you would keep throwing up because the throw up would make you want to throw up some more. So you just keep
While in zero gravity, yeah. So it floats.
Oh my gosh, my head! Oh my head!
What's happening?
Her head is hurting from laughing.
Oh, okay. All right.
We're just opening up the crown chakra. You know, your higher self is screaming, finally, finally. Now cleanse yourself with the comedy laughter in the bath.
Yes,
Be healed,
yes.
sister. Be healed in the bath.
we baptize one person one call at a time. Oh, reborn
The
bathers.
galactic baptism.
Exactly.
Oh, that's such an idea. We could have like a Zoom baptism of everyone.
Oh yeah.
That's such a good idea.
Oh, geez.
We're
And then
we're
sell-
holding mass next the next show. We're holding mass. I'm gonna be in the bathtub. You guys have dared me, so I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm taking that dare.
And if
Okay.
you're running
So
low
how
on
would you do it?
if you're running low on money, you can sell the water afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
So freaking gross. It's so gross. Can you imagine? Some twisted freak is gonna drink some of that bath water, right?
You know do you know that is an old school pickup line? Ooh, girl, you look so fine. I can drink your bath water.
The look.
Look.
Capture that look. Capture that look.
That's 3. May the bath be with you.
Oh my gosh.
No. Seriously?
Yes.
Oh God. All right. Yeah, no. So That just made my head hurt me.
Opening up that crown chakra, man.
Like honestly, Lanisha, save us some bath water. We'll push it for you. Okay.
Oh, well, all the bubbles are gone, so I don't think you want it anymore. You have to get the bath water before the bubbles leave.
A bath dating site. Speed bath dating
DavidsDirtyWater.com. Oh, Gabe, that's awesome.
Ooh. Can you imagine? Instead of a towel, you have a fuzzy suit to come out of the bath in.
Yeah, the furries. Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, everyone, let's vote.
And then you have a blow-up doll of Andrew.
All right, everyone, let's vote what David's furry costume will be.
Unicorn, because that's a phallic symbol.
David would be a zebra. All right, everyone, come on. What's David's furry costume?
Oh, dragon. is that
a fuzzy Gumby?
Oh, blue chicken. Seahorse. Teddy bear. Oh, you could dress like the president of China.
Lotion with Andrew's leg lotion. Lululemon fuzzy. Yes. Yeah.
Hell no. No Lulu. This is a no Lululemon zone.
A bee with a wing missing. You fly in circles.
All right, guys. Let's call it an end of the show. This has been eye-opening, funny, hilarious. All right, everyone. We will be back this Tuesday with another show. Monty, give everyone a way for you to get a hold of them.
If you go into the war zone, that is Twitter. I am at Real Monty Dean. On YouTube, it is Wafer Thin Entertainment. On Instagram, it's Monty.Dean. And Facebook, just Monty Dean.
David, give people a way to get a hold of you.
Well, if I'm not in the bathtub, you can get hold of me at info@unifiedhealthsystems.com, or you can go to visit the website www.unifiedhealthsystems.com, and we are also on Facebook, so you guys can hit me up there as well. No pressure. There will be no bath pictures, absolutely none.
And no wedgies.
All right, everyone. Outstanding comedy show. Thank you so much, everyone, from the bottom of the heart. We'll see you this coming Tuesday.
Right,
take us away, Robert.
Bye-bye.
Vote banana.
Vote banana.
Vote apple.
Each different bubble of reality is true. A galactic historian is a person that looks at all the lines of dramatic karma. Nudge, nudge. It's the Holy Grail. Improvise. Mysterious. It's counter psychic intelligence.
Why is DNA farming of this star cluster so important?
Because we do manifest our reality. We do create our reality.